All right, folks, welcome to another edition of Ascension Outdoors. I'm Lyle Johnson.
And I'm Goosie Guice.
From South Louisiana, I guess I should explain. Looks like the kind of home for my kind of man. We were fishing in bayou streams and dreaming from dream to dream, flipping on what Mama Nature stored. Yeah, you won't believe the things I saw on old Lake Marapon. Mama Nature, you're gonna drive us all insane. For the rustle of their wings in that cold December wind brings me back to the banks of Marapon.
Ascension Outdoors is brought to you by the following sponsors. All right, folks, we're out here today at Begnose Manufacturing right here in Lafayette, Scott, Louisiana. We had a great tour of the place. They do industrial metal work, very intricate, bending, laser cutting. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I thought that was very, very impressive what Don brought us through in there today and showed us that. I always wondered how stuff like that was done. Now I have a better understanding of it.
Right, and plus another source.
Yeah, and it's things that we use in our own daily workforce a lot.
That's
and, you know, bits and pieces to the things that you and I work with.
Pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah,
that puts the whole thing together. Well, we're out here on our annual Louisiana Outdoor Writers Association conference, and it's in Lafayette this year, and have a lot of things on hand. You know, we swamp tour right down there at the Atchafalaya Welcome Center, man. The head of almost the Atchafalaya Basin.
Yeah, and we went on a swamp tour today early this morning, and I thought that was pretty fantastic. You know, you and I, we go hunting and fishing all the time, and a lot of times you don't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
And when you get to just lay back, wasn't fishing or anything like that,
Right.
just lay back and really look at things. You know, there's a couple things I seen today on that tour. Those wood stalks, I can't say I ever seen one that I really knew that I was looking at. Now, I think I'd have noticed one if I'd have seen one, but did see several of those today. Alligator nests, I probably seen 10,000 and didn't really know what I was looking at.
Yeah.
And they reviewed one of them real close up and personal.
Rosette spoonbills, a good many of them. And of course, another first for both of us was experiencing the jumping fish.
Yeah, really. That's a problem I wish we didn't have. They are supposedly good eating fish and so forth, so on, but those things, I tell you what, man, that's dangerous right there. There's gonna be some people put in the hospital, and sad to say so.
A couple of us today got hammered. I got a little slime and blood on me. Chris got hit by one, so it's kind of neat to see it, but it ain't real good.
No, it's not good, and they big too. You don't see no small ones. I mean, they're all, you know, 8, 10, 15, 20-pound fish.
40 pounds.
Yeah, they big. That's very dangerous. I'm really fearful of that moving into our country.
Right, and of course right behind us here you see they got water.
Oh yeah. Well,
so a little time spent on it trying to catch a fish.
Yeah, and you caught a pretty good mess of small bass out there today. And thank Don again for use of his pond. So we got a little fishing in today. We got a lot of other things to cover this weekend.
That's right.
One thing, you know, you and I have both been emailed that we are going to receive awards tomorrow night at the conference banquet. Now, whether it's along the line for our TV program here, Ascension Outdoors, or our writing that I do at Ascension Magazine, and you doing the newspapers that you write for, so forth and so on, we won't know that yet, but it's always a pleasure. I'm very grateful to accept any award that we get from that group right there, because, you know, we're up to some pretty stiff competition right there, Lyle. So anytime we can pull an award, whether it be for our writing or our TV program or your photos, whatever the case may be, like I say, I'm very grateful of that. Yeah, really.
Along with that, of course, we have the Youth Journalism Contest that goes on every year, and we have the Male and Female Hunter of the Year awards that are going to be given out as well. There's some well-deserving youth from all around Louisiana. Yeah,
and that's always a highlight of the whole thing for us to see all those youth from our state come to accept the awards at the banquet.
Right, and we're going to have a pretty good crowd of them. I know both guys that won Fish of the Year are going to be here. Elliot Sale
Right.
from right here in New Iberia in Lafayette, he caught a 251-pound yellowfin
Right.
that is now first place in the Louisiana State Record book on rod and reel. And in the fly fishing division, Chip Metz caught a 4.09 southern flounder that's in third place now in the top 10. So both very good fish.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we really had some stiff competition because there was a 744-pound blue marlin caught that's in third place in 2012. Was in close running as well.
Sure. What
But
a beautiful fish that was.
That's right. You know, and so hey, it's a good celebration weekend, a good relaxing weekend. You know, and we just have a good time doing
One
it.
I look forward to every year, man.
That's right. Hey, look, well, y'all just hang around, folks, after the break, and we'll come right back, and you'll get to see a little bit of action. If you're looking for a pontoon boat, head down Airline Highway to Premier Performance Marine in Gonzales. Pontoon boats have come a long way, and whether it's a South Bay, Excursion, Berkshire, or Bentley Encore, let the friendly folks at Premier Performance Marine find a pontoon boat that's right for you. Whether you want a traditional cruiser, a stern lounge, or a fishing model, we have the largest selection of pontoon boats in the South. Come see Wendell or Phillip at Premier Performance Marine and visit mypontoons.com for the latest deals and specials. Mike Anderson Seafood Restaurant right down on Highway 30.
Very quality food that's available here. And,
Oh, that's right. It's the broiled platter, man. It's a seafood platter that's got about 10 different dishes on there. Crab, shrimp, crawfish, fish. It's very good, man.
I
Very
think
good.
that must be what they're cooking right now, amongst other things,
Sure.
because I'm getting kind of hungry myself.
Roland J. Robert Distributor in Burnside has been keeping South Louisiana fueled up since 1924. We provide wholesale fuel and petroleum products to industries and service stations. We also specialize in the development of retail convenience stores. Our people have the expertise and support to help you start a thriving business. If you're looking to build your own Chevron, Shell, or unbranded service station, call Keith, Jim, or Harold. Get fueled up with Roland J. Robert Distributor.
Alligator. Yeah. Hey, what's your name?
Andre Martin.
And where you from?
Dad's from St. Martinville. My mom's from Lafayette.
And you've been doing this quite a while? Tour
Since I was
guide?
about 4 years old. Not driving the boat, but I've always been in the boat.
Well, that's incredible.
But I'm always in the swamp. Love to hunt and fish.
Yeah, well,
That's all I do. If I'm not working, I'm hunting or fishing.
I hear you, man. You're my kind of man.
Yep.
Bunch of them out there. Those things are big too, and they're very dangerous, really, if they hit you. Even at low speed, they would be very dangerous. Unbelievable. Very dangerous situation now. Really?
Yeah. I saw one yesterday while he was flying.
Maybe the first wood stalk I ever seen in my life. Y'all doing good? That's good. In the Atchafalaya Basin. We're running north right now, and I tell you what, we've been going for a while. And every now and then you see a person There's fish basically everywhere. You can see around the bank. Fish jumping, fish hitting. Rosette spoonbill. Yeah. Beautiful bird. Good shot right there. Beautiful. Very well camouflaged too. It's hard to pick him up. See how much the water, how high the water was in here on the marks of these trees here. That wasn't really that long ago in here.
We'll probably see some up here.
Yeah, they're kind of
You've seen them up in the sky.
unbelievable. And what's the name of this bayou?
Bayou Self, loneliest bayou in Louisiana.
Beautiful little bayou. Yeah. There you go, yeah, no.
Start leaving buzzing, dark, all you can do is freaking jump, man.
It's 2,000 or 3,000 sometimes
Really?
up in here. They're lying both sides of the bayous and they're very photographic. You can get around really close when they're big groups. Go ahead, Andre.
They seem like they're pretty wild, though. It's hard to get up close.
You get around where there's a lot of them and they're in these trees, they'll just sit there. We pull up sometimes and there'll be just hundreds of them around you. And the Rosie, it's like to hang with the wood stars.
Yeah, no doubt. Big fish.
It's like a tuna on the barbecue pit, delicious.
That's too close to it.
I got a long lens today.
No, he'll
That's
be
the way
okay.
it works.
No, it's all I
Put
got
them
at
in
the
the
head.
water so you can't they'll die. It doesn't take them long to die. We'll get another one.
Doing pretty good, but not having a fishing rod in the boat.
Nice
Look,
catch.
we got a limit so far.
I know.
We
no,
got
there's
one
no
limit in the boat.
You get as many as you want. A big one jumped up, hit her in the face. Looked like somebody hit her with a baseball bat. Her whole cheek, her eye, everything black for weeks. And Shane Ducey, tell you a funny story. Tell you a funny story. When he was dating his wife Donna, they were riding in the bayou and Shane was standing up with a tiller handle in his hand. And they were just dating. Donna was sitting in the very front and a tree limb hit Shane in the mouth. Bop! Knocked him out the boat. Well, Donna was sitting in the boat going down the bayou by herself. Shane's in the bayou bleeding, half conscious. Donna realized Shane was out the boat, so she commandeered the handle, came back, picked Shane up, took him to the hospital to get stitched up. He said, that's when I decided to marry that girl.
Be ready.
I noticed they're in deeper water today. There's no oxygen going up that way.
Yeah.
I watched a guy in a brand new bass boat take a 200 horse Mercury off the back of that stump right there.
Really?
Water was up just enough to cover it, took the engine right off. That boat was 3 weeks old. Took the engine completely off the back of the boat right there. The Corps needs to come pull some of those out. There was a fatality north of here too. Somebody hit a stump flip on it last year. And the mama's been crawling up here, but it hadn't been wet enough to see signs of her. She's been back here, but she's in that bayou now.
But that is a nest, huh? I got to say that's the first
And that's
time
your
I probably
native
ever seen an
hibiscus
alligator
flowers.
nest I ever really noticed that
Native
there was.
hibiscus flowers right here. It's a big old nest. She actually had green vegetation scraped up when we first found it. You know, she'll draw water onto it too, cool it down.
And I guess she got it way up high because the water didn't get this high.
Well,
They can't nest
the
in
water's
the
not going to
water.
come up between now and September. The second week of September, you have baby alligators, 20 to 30 of them up in here.
Yeah.
We've got about 7 nests that we've just seen. We found them. We didn't even look for them. Right there, don't get too close, y'all gonna scare her. Give her space. Guard her nest. Her right rear paw is missing. She was laying up on top the other day, come walking down, and I've been seeing this alligator for about 4 or 5 years right here having babies. And I didn't realize this is the first time I caught her out. She come walking down, I saw she was missing her right rear paw. She came around a turn like a torpedo at you, and they'll hiss at you. Look like a
That's a slide right there, and you can see her tracks.
I think it's a big male.
Goes up the bank to her nest.
Lives around the turn here.
It didn't take too doggone long. The first throw I made after about 2 seconds, something was biting on my crawfish tail here. We're over here in Lafayette for Outdoor Writers Conference, and we had Begnose Machine Works, and he's got a pond. Graciously invited us over here, and supposed to have some brim, some catfish, some sac-a-lait, and some bass, and so we're just gonna do a little bank fishing, man, and give it a try.
What you got, bro?
Little brown.
Yeah, got some pretty ones in there.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I say it's little. Don't look all that little for me.
No, nice little bird.
Nice little female. Not really little. Really engulfed that bait pretty good then. Big enough to lick.
Pretty.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna try that again. Oh, they get right out.
Look at that big catfish. That fish there was 7 or 8 pounds.
They're big, all right. Ducks are hungry too.
Well, watch out, duck. You might lose a foot.
Got a little green trout there, bro.
That worked pretty quick.
Kind of reeling it on top almost.
Got a little bass.
Little bass. Not bad, bro, for the pond size.
Yep. Didn't take long to catch that one.
No, it did.
That's the same one.
Well, but I think probably not, but it's probably his brother. That one little sweet spot right there, they got him hit my bait just about every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the size right there.
Well,
Nice and enjoyable evening of fishing.
Not bad.
let's
Cool
find their
weather.
mama.
Yeah, that's the one we want. Getting a little later in the afternoon, you know, kind of like pond fishing is kind of real good early in the morning and kind of late in the evening, so we got a little overcast here. Hopefully that's what's gonna happen. There goes another one, right? This must be his third cousin. Looks like he's about a 1/4 inch long. But there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. Root him up through the
weed, but we got it. A little bit bigger fish.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it way down in there too. I don't know why I've been missing all them other ones.
My video clip worked.
A little bit bigger, man. All right, little buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the action.
Oh yeah.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah. They're getting bigger as you go on.
That's right.
No doubt.
Weed fishing.
Beautiful fish.
It was a weedless hook.
I'm Chris Broussard. I'm one of the owners. My wife is the other. My son is the other. And we started building the farm back in 1989, so we have a lot of things that we can talk about if y'all want to make it a long tour or short tour. Let me just kind of give you an idea of where we started. I didn't go to school for this, although I did go to USL and I finished in marketing. wanted to switch my major to agribusiness halfway through my schooling. Like most people want to switch their major, and when I told my father I wanted to switch it, he got a little upset. He said, "Man, nobody makes it in agriculture anymore." So I finished in marketing, and I'm in agribusiness now. Started in 1989. Never thought I was going to do what I'm doing. I wanted a pond, like every man I know that likes to fish wanted his own personal pond. And this pond in the front is the first pond we dug, and the rest is history, I guess. You know, we now have 46 ponds, over 110 acres, with probably the largest fish farm that I know of in the state now. And we have a successful private fishing club, a hatchery.
When they get ready to get the fry out the pond, all the little baby fish, they get out there with this seine right here and seine them up, and they bring them to the holding tanks that they have. There's several of them up under here.
What do you reckon they're looking for, that little bit of shade that's different all of a sudden?
And this pond here, there's no bank fishing from it, Lyle.
Right, there's boats only. This is the part of the membership where you pay a little bit more than the bank fishermen, and you can bring a boat. They even got a little marina over there where you can leave the boat. It's full of them. It's a nice place to spend a day fishing.
Boy, you ain't lying.
Hi, welcome to Sis, right this way.
Whether it's keeping you warm through the winter, helping you get dinner on the table, or making sure your fresh catch is fried just right, Ferrellgas makes your house a home. Our dependable nationwide network ensures you have propane when you need it. When choosing a propane supplier, you want the right partner. Ferrellgas employees live right here in Louisiana, so they understand the needs that you have as a home propane user. Join the Ferrellgas family today.
The Louisiana Wildlife Federation has been protecting fish and wildlife habitat for over 70 years, increasing access for outdoorsmen and working with the legislature for fair hunting and fishing policies. But we need your help. Join LWF as a member today and let lawmakers hear your voice. Your membership dollars go toward protecting and restoring Louisiana's natural resources. It's easy. Go to lawildlifefed.org and make your tax-deductible donation today.
All right, folks, welcome back, man. We had another great conference, man. Town of Lafayette was a great host.
Oh yeah,
Had a good time.
It was enjoyable to come to Lafayette.
That's
You
right.
know, that's one I'd never been to our conference at, and Lafayette's a town I pass through a lot, but don't never really stay. But it's been a welcome
We
weekend.
had a great
over
time
Oh yeah,
this weekend so
fantastic.
far. All right, first picture I got right here is a big pile of red snapper caught by Steve Richardson, his son-in-law Hiram DeRusso. His brother Keith and Gerald Dupree caught this nice mess of red snapper at rig 143 out of Venice after chasing for tuna 10 hours. Not doing real well, and they caught these snapper in 40 minutes.
Yeah, great catch of fish, y'all.
Yeah,
Steve,
they
thank
did
you for
shit.
sending that picture in, man.
That's
I
right.
appreciate that.
That's right.
Here's a nice picture right here. Brandon Ivy and Josh Ferguson with a 6-foot garfish they shot with their bows while fishing in Leeville. Boy, that's a nice garfish right there, guys.
They got him stuck with 2 hours.
Yeah, I see y'all put a couple of them in.
That's right.
Whatever it takes, I guess.
Well, you know, I wish we'd had a fishing boat with us today.
Sure.
Because, you know, as a nuisance as those silver carp is, in places where they're way more numerous than what we saw today, that's turned into a new guy sport where people shoot them in that, try to hit them in the air with a boat. And they miss about 99.9% of them.
Yeah.
Still pretty cool. All right, next picture I got right here is no stranger to the show. Eddie and John Lambert with a boatload of specks they caught in Buras, and I mean a boatload.
There's a boatload right there.
With Mitch and Nathan Jurisic, both from Buras, and Johnny Johnson and Reese Johnson, both from Belle Chase, and that's 125 specks, bro.
Yeah, good mess of fish.
150 specks, and they're nice too.
It's full limit.
They ain't no little ones.
Yeah. Beautiful mess of fish, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's a nice mess of bass right here. Benny Warren and Tony Thibodeau caught this bass on Zoom trick worms. Watermelon red fishing down Bob Black. That area's hot right now, as you all know. They caught them down by the school board in the Bluebird Canal. So
yeah.
Can't tell you how many fish that have been caught there.
Oh, it's been, and I'll tell you what, Bob Black, Gibson area has been really hot.
Yeah.
You know, and the spillway is turned on as well too. This nice little pile of beautiful sackle there. Derek Schilling caught a limit, 2 hours in the jigs in the spillway, and he said, man, the fishing is just red hot. As a matter of fact, he went back the next day with his daddy, and they caught a 2-man limit, 50 sac-a-lay, in about the same amount of time, just about 2 hours.
That is pretty mess sac-a-lay right there.
Tearing them up, bro.
Burke and Gotro family caught a nice mess of bass in Bremen Lake Bruin. They caught them on spro frog and night crawlers. And boy, I tell you what, looked like they had a good time.
That was a table full.
Hey, congratulations, y'all.
That's right. Well, this is Christine Flores, wife of John Flores, who was with us this weekend. Both of them holds a string of brim chickapin. She and her husband John caught above Flat Lake near Bear Bayou. On July 20th, they caught them using just regular worms on hair jigs and blue and white plastic jigs tipped with a little piece of worm on them. And they've been catching their share of panfish in the basin and doing a good job at it.
They're good outdoor people right there.
That's
They're
right.
very successful, and also,
love it.
With that, you know, they're down from that area, down below Morgan City,
Right.
and they do very well in the
That's
basin.
Right. They sure do.
Blake Hood and Chad Nichols caught a limit of sac-a-lay and bile long in the spillway on blue and white jigs. That was caught very recently, and that is a mess of them right there. And somebody told me not to go to bile long.
Yeah, well, you know how that works, bro. If we'd have left 10 minutes after we got here, we'd have told everybody, don't come fishing this pond.
Don's Pond.
But we hung around a little while, cooled off a little bit, and caught a bunch of fish.
Oh yeah, fishing was good.
That's right. Hey folks, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. You can send your pictures in just like we got here at ascensionoutdoors@etel.net, or better yet, you can go to Facebook and friend Ascension Outdoors and just post your pictures and your little note about where you caught them at. We'll get you on a TV show, and we'd like to give a shout out to all our sponsors too.
Oh, no doubt. Thanks to all y'all, all the sponsors. Thanks to everybody watching this program. We're gonna see you on the next Ascension Outdoors.
From South Louisiana, I guess I should explain.